Hey YouTube, this is Brandon coming to you again tonight with another video. After the last video I posted up for Rigger 3, I've gotten a couple of private messages asking me about my shotgun and wanting some specifics on my shotgun. So I come back to you to talk to you about my shotgun and also to kind of plug and ask for some advice. I've got some upgrades that I'm wanting to do to the shotgun, and I want to know your guys' opinions on the upgrades that I have planned for it. So I'm going to show it off a little bit more and tell you what I've already done to it, show you everything, and then I want to show you some of the ideas that I have for it and get your opinions on some of the upgrades. Me and Jayhawk have talked about this a lot back and forth through private message, and I just want to get some of your guys' opinions on things with it. Now, my shotgun is a Mossberg 500 home defense. Now, this particular gun is basically a mock-up of the 590 military and police special that does not have the full extended magazine tube. And unfortunately, this one, the way it's built, you can't put the magazine tube extension on it without changing out the barrel, and I don't want to change out the barrel on the gun, so we're kind of stuck. But still, yeah, it holds 7 shots in 2 3/4, and that's ample amount of ammunition. At best, I may get 1 or 2 shots, probably just 1 by the time you factor the spring into it, if I was to go with an extended tube. And the buttstock and the pistol grip are an upgrade over the factory setup on the gun. This gun is safety check, guys. It's empty. I'll show you that. We rack the slide. Ooh-la. She's empty. Check the chamber. Empty. But with the gun the way it is right now, the particular configuration, one upgrade that was made, and the first thing that I have on here is I have the Knox Spec Ops recoil reducing stock on here. And this particular stock is said it uses springs. And if I can open this, I'll show it to you. It's in the handle. Well, I can't get the cap off. There's a cap in this handle, and when you take the buffer tube off of this thing, inside of here you have a kind of a sort of spring buffer system in here. You also have an absorption spring in the handle of the shotgun, which is made to absorb the handle. Now it says it's 75% recoil reducing. I don't know about the 75%, but I will tell you it does suck up a lot of the shock and the recoil on the gun, and it does tend to help the gun to handle better when you're firing it, especially in rapid rates of succession. You can post up and you can keep on the target with a better acquisition for the target by doing it that way. Now, one thing I do like is, depending on what you're doing with the gun, you do have the telescoping stock. Now, this is all the way in, and this is what I use for in-home defense. However, if I wanted to go all the way out, I have a fuller stock gun that's going to be a fuller reach and draw. And I'll tell you guys, this gun is actually so accurate, even with the short little barrel. I've shot skeet with this gun and done it proficiently, given, you know, that this gun is such a short barrel, and it's not even a modified choke in the barrel. The barrel is just simply, and I'll get it up in the camera where you can see it, there is no choke tubing system in that barrel. It is just a plain Jane barrel in shotgun. It's been cut down from a standard smoothbore barrel, but we've got that on there, and I like it. I've thought about getting it done, getting it to where I could put in screw-in chokes, and every time that I think about doing it, I end up talking myself out of it. And you can kind of even all the way see down the chamber as well that it's open right now. You can tell the gun's empty that way. I am just pointing that at the camera, and there's nobody behind the camera, guys. One thing that I've done to it, like I said, I've done the stock. The stock is an upgrade. Another upgrade on the gun is we do have the Tac Star side saddle. Now, Jayhawk brought up a good point with this, and I think that I may try something that James Yeager did, where he took these side saddles and he unmounted it off of this base plate that mounts against the side of the shotgun. You can see here in the mounting that there's a base plate, and then I don't know if you can see it or not, there's a secondary plate that goes right there. Well, what James Yeager did is he took this particular thing and he unbolted it from the plate, and he put Velcro on the sides of these things. That way you could just rip off the Velcro when you were done with this one and slap another one on there. That would actually work out really good. If you could get like 10 or 12 of these things, it would almost be like having an extra magazine that you just loaded out of your vest and smack on the side of the gun when you're ready to go to bear again. Definitely an idea. I'm thinking about trying something like that. I'm a little bit upset because I've lost a screw out of this one, and it's causing some stability issues. It likes to give in and out and rock and roll, and I don't like that, guys. That is just no bueno. I just heard a screw. Oh, I see what it is. That screw in there's loose. I'm going to have to tighten it up. But anyway, another upgrade on this gun from the factory is it does have an amended foregrip on it. The foregrip has been changed out to a grip that is not standard to the gun, and I'm going to show you that. This is a rubberized traction Hogue foregrip, and you can see the Hogue there, and it's got that texturized rubber on it, which it actually makes a really good forend. One of the things that Jayhawk and I discussed was I am going to change out the forend to where it will take a light mount on the forend. I'm probably going to do that after. I'm going to get the gun Cerakoted or Duracoated one. I haven't decided yet. Once I get that done, then I'm going to change out the forend on the shotgun. But I want to change it out to like a Magpul. Magpul makes one that's got a really nice 3-rail system with a full rail on the bottom side and 2 shorter half rails on each side, the right and left side of the gun. And I do want to change out, and I want to pick up one of those. Now, one thing that Jayhawk had talked about, and I spoke to him about it as well, was adding a heat shield to the shotgun. On this particular gun, I'm up in the air, guys, because honestly, you would literally have to be in a very hot and heavy firefight for a heat shield to make a great bit of difference. Honestly, I think it just adds weight to the gun myself. But hey, if it's something that you think it looks cool or you like it, by all means, guys, go ahead and do it. It's that, I think some guys refer to it as that second kind of cool kind of things. If it's something you dig, put one on there, man. They're not that expensive, and they're relatively easy to install. You can do it yourself with minimal tools. Very easy to put on. So I say by all means, yeah, go ahead and do it. If it's something that interests you and interests you having it on there and you think it would look good, look cool, whatever, I highly encourage you to go ahead and do it. The other thing that I have on this gun, if you can see it from that angle, which I don't even know if you can, is I haven't exactly looked down the business end of the shotgun, but you can't see it on that end, but you can see the high profiles of the sight. There you can see it. I have a fiber optic high visibility green sight on the gun, and that sight actually is one of the best shotgun sights that I've ever seen. It is a permanently fixed sight that is on the gun and is in place. I plan on keeping that there and keeping it rocking and rolling. I love that sight on the gun. I don't want to go with ghost rings. I don't want to go with a red dot. I prefer to have that sight because I feel like just the sight, I didn't want just a bead ball sight on it. I wanted something a little bit better than that, but I didn't want to go with the point of adding a scope or something like that to the top of it, or even a red dot, a holographic, something like that to it. So for that reason, I went with the fiber optic sight on the front end. Love the fiber optic sight, guys. It shoots great. One thing I am going to do in an improvement as well, everybody knows that the Mossbergs have the breech safety that's right up here. I'll get that in where you can see it if you don't know what I'm talking about. You have the breech safety on the gun. Well, although the breech safety, I mean, there's nothing wrong with this safety, and the safety works just fine. You can cut it on or off at any point. But one thing that I do want to do is they make an oversized safety for this. I want to say Tapco makes one that is a triangular shaped safety that sets down on it, that makes an oversized thumb safety for the gun. I do want to pick one of those up. Relatively inexpensive upgrade to make to the gun. I think they're about $10 or $12. You can put it on in 5 minutes. It's really easy to do, and I think I'm going to pick one of those up. I'm going to make that change out. Other than that, there's one other improvement that I wanted to make to it, and it's slipping my mind right. Oh yeah, this. Well, the way a Mossberg works, guys, is the feed elevator drops down when you have the chamber open, and you can kind of see the feed elevator there. Behind this feed elevator, I'm going to close the cylinder. Close it there. Down here you can see the follower for the gun right in there. I believe it's Tapco as well. It's the same people that make the safety for the gun. Make a high visibility follower that's a no jam follower. And you can get one of those for, like I said, $12 to $15. While I'm doing this, I'm going to trade that follower out, and I'm going to get that no jam follower to go in there. Now, I don't think that this follower that's in there would fail. I've shot hundreds of rounds through it, and I've had no failures thus far out of it. But I do want to trade it out for that no jam follower, just a smoother action and just smoother working all the way around. One thing that I am going to get to go on the line, I am going to get a flashlight mount to go on it. I'm going to get a mount preferably that I can put my M62 Greg McGee engineering light in, and I want to use that on this gun in particular. Guys, if you have any comments or you have any ideas for some of the upgrades that I'm going to make to the shotgun, stuff you think would look neat, stuff you think would be cool on it, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. You know, some guys, the simpler the better they are. I am going to buy another shotgun eventually. I'm thinking about doing a Maverick, quite possibly. When I do that, then I may trick the Maverick out with all the bells and whistles, with the heat shields and everything else on it. We may do something like that, but for the time being, this one is a functional fighting shotgun, and I want to keep it in a fighting configuration, so we're going to stick pretty basic on it at the present time. Thank you guys very much for tuning in and watching. Hope you all have a great night. Talk to you later.